I got a couple fears about this. My first fear is that the American public, since we've been at war for 10 years, have bought into this idea that we have to do this to keep ourselves safe. That if we don't spend hundreds of billions of dollars, we don't keep hundreds of thousands of our troops in combat overseas, the Empire State Building is next. And just like education, you know, I know our country is at the bottom of the rankings for all our peers worldwide in education, but I don't want to spend any extra money for it. And there's nothing that can be done about it anyway. That's just the nature of it. Okay, so that's what I'm afraid that we're seeing with this. That we're in our 10th year of this, that people are just accepting it. And the other fact is, it doesn't affect them. Right? It doesn't affect them. There's no tax on this. And if we had a draft, a draft always comes up. And I'll tell you, 10 years in the Marine Corps as an officer in the Marine Corps, draft's the worst idea I can think of. As a civilian, it's the best idea in the world. Absolutely best idea in the world. The American public are so disconnected from the war, so disconnected from what our troops are going through. The idea that we can have troops going there 4, 5, 6, 7 times is great for people who like war, because the American public are so unaffected by it. There was a study done a few years ago, the numbers still probably hold true, that of 310 million Americans in this country, only about 20 million are directly affected or emotionally tied to the conflict. Okay, so I mean that's less than 10% of the public. So what you get is that no one's affected by it. Okay, so no one's called. So if you're a Republican member of Congress, okay, why? And the Speaker has said we're not talking about it. Buck McKeon, the House Armed Services Committee Chairman, has said, Mr. President, we're not going to fight you in Afghanistan. We're in on this with you. Okay, Mitch McConnell kind of said something similar the other day. Why are you going to stick your neck out and screw up the Speaker's plans? The Speaker says, you know what, we've got an election coming back in 2 years, we've got a really good chance to get the President out because unemployment's over 9%. Everybody's got homes on their street that are in foreclosure. 20% of America's homes are underwater. Everybody's got a cousin or who can't get a job, or has got a son or a daughter graduating from college who can't get a job. Why bring in this stuff about Afghanistan? Why would you go against your Speaker on this issue why would you stick your neck out? On the Democratic side, why do the same? The President's got to fight all these battles. He's got to fight health care again today. Yeah. Okay? I mean, why go against the President on this? Why give the Republicans any shot to say he's a typical weak on the fence, soft on terror, liberal? Why give in a presidential election year? And the presidential election year has begun. The first Republican primaries will begin in June of this year. So 6 months from now, we have primary debates. Okay? So there's no incentive because people aren't calling in office. They're not going to stick their neck out on it. So So that's why I'm saying, looking for that first congressman, that an unusual suspect, to step forward and say, this does not make sense. This is crazy. Our kids are getting killed over there for no good reason, and we're spending money we don't have. Okay, and that's what we're looking for, and that's why I enjoy speaking with you guys. I know our plan does not address a lot of your concerns. I know we have a lot of holes in it as far as a lot of different groups. I know a lot of people want to see an immediate withdrawal and everything else, but I work a lot with Paul Kavika Martin, who is one of Peace Action's national guys, and Paul is great. You guys have a really great rep in Paul down in D.C. Like Paul said, he said, this is the minimum. This is what we can start with, okay? But what we needed this to be a 2012 campaign issue. It wasn't in 2010. It wasn't in 2006. I have no doubt that if the Republicans hadn't lost Congress in 2006, that Don Rumsfeld would have served out his time as Secretary of Defense. Absolutely. That no one would have gotten fired ever. That we would not have made those deals with the Sunnis that dropped that level of violence. Okay, so when I speak to members of Congress, I also say, what you can do to get us out of Afghanistan is fix the economy. Because in 2006, the economy was doing well. Everyone's house was worth twice what they paid for it. Things were great. So people had time to pay attention to Iraq or care about it. I'll wrap it up there because I definitely want to have time for questions here, and I've gone much longer than I wanted to. But again, I really appreciate you guys having me up here. I appreciate what you guys do. I appreciate the T-shirt, Paul, and everything else, and also the hospitality that Paul and his family has shown me this past day. It's been really great. So turn the mic back over to Paul, and yeah, thanks guys.